approached EGV, and we've not gotten one word from anybody about the people in Nanavali.
Okay, thanks for your question, ma'am. Thanks for your question. That's a common question. I took a lot of calls today, and there's a lot of questions, okay?
You did not even know there was a back gate to Nanavali, Tom, which I'm very sorry, but we have to speak up and know for ourselves.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your questions. So the team that is here is rounding this area with monitors, both SO2 and H2S. When the project is completed, that information will be shared with the public. But we want to make sure that, it's accurate and it is, posted where you guys can get it. It'll be web-based, and you guys will see that information. As far as Railroad Avenue is prepped. It's ready for when we need it. Yes, the gates are still up because we don't want people driving on it and wearing it out. It's not going to be road at this time, but for emergency use, if Nanavali needs access to get to Hawaiian beaches and further on, that road will be open. The Public Works is on board, and they've got staff that live in the area that can open that road right away. All right, so the evacuation status. So we've got several neighborhood streets that are under evacuation status. Lani Puna, Hali Kamahina, Kamaili, Alaili Road, and then you saw also the bigger subdivisions in Leilani. Right now we're operating from 7 to 6, access into Leilani to retrieve your possessions, take care of your animals. We know people are staying there overnight, but you heard from the geologists, the volcanologists, how unstable the situation is. And I'll go over our messaging, our alert systems and so forth a little bit later, but the area is still unstable. You guys need to be aware of what's going on. We've got one siren in Leilani Estates to let you guys know. You got to make sure that you're hooked up to our regular other systems as well. So for the rest of the areas that I mentioned, same thing for you guys. If you need to go in there, if you need access, contact my office, 935-0031, Civil Defense, and we'll set up escort into these areas to get you in, to see what the status is. Currently, Public Works, other civil defense, I know other church groups, service groups, are helping the people in the last inundations down off Malamaki up on Puhiki Road. So as I said, you're in there, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be getting our messages. You gotta be aware, use your senses also as to what's going on, what's changing. You gotta be ready to evacuate. We've had a number of instances where we had to get people out at a sudden notice. We've had people get stuck in there. I know you guys are going off-road to access your properties, and you're making it tough for us. You got to do what you got to do. We're going to help you out if you get stuck, but be aware of your senses. Make good choices. Also, I know right now businesses are down. But we need vacation rentals to cease, especially in the lower Puna area. Water Department is working on reactivating that well that's on Green Lake, that Green Lake pool. But until that time, you're pretty much restricted to the tankers you got hooked up there, or the potable water tankers that the county's providing. So be aware of that. And it's not a safe place to bring tourists into at this time. It's too unstable. They don't know the area. Those are the people that are going to get in trouble. Okay, as I mentioned, the notification system. We've got one siren in the Leilani Estates, right in the center. If a vent opened it up there, that thing would be gone. Then we'd have to rely on our messaging system. So that includes, first off, what we provide through Hawaii County Civil Defense. It's called a Blackboard system or program. You go onto our website. It's a voluntary system. You access our site. You can sign up. If you have problems signing up, call our office. We got people that can sign you up. What that does is it'll give you a text message or phone call on a landline, but it'll give a text message, web, email. Also, it updates all our social media. Also, what we do is, in conjunction with that, we'll put out our messages on the radio. So you guys all know, I hope, if the siren goes off, the action you're supposed to take is to turn on your radio. We'll provide a radio message at the same time that we put out that siren so that you can turn on your radio and listen to directions, whether it is shelter in place or if you need to evacuate. Thought I heard a question. Well, we'll save that question for later. I'll be on the side. You guys can come up to me. Personal preparedness. Personal preparedness. Make sure you guys have your escape plans. It relates to the question I just got, right? You get our alert. You need to be ready to go. That means you need your important papers, whatever you need to take with you. If you're going to grab your animals or any goods, make sure you got to take them with you. As far as response, as soon as we get a reading in the monitors. I can answer your question if you. In front of the people. You guys want to do all this stuff inside and keep everything off. Sit down. What?
Excuse me. We're not going to kick you out, okay? All we want to do is we're going to answer all your questions, but we want to be able to give the general, all of you here, in regards to the most important questions or information possible. We're not trying to not answer your questions, but let's just follow the agenda. We're going to be here. We're going to be here to answer your questions. You have individual specific questions. Let's move on to the agenda first. And after that, we're going to answer your questions, okay? If it's on the side, it's on the side. We'll be here until 6:30 if you want. Okay, thank you.